Hello, YouTubers. How's it going out there, everybody? I got something here that is so special, and I'm going to show you something, another part of my collection that no one's ever really seen all at once. That's for sure. Let me check the focus on this for a minute. Okay, that's up real close. Okay, what do we have here? You're asking? Okay, this was handmade. Okay. And this is sort of like what you see in those old films of Macau, the pre-World War I kind of machinery, meaning it's basically all wood, human driven. Sometimes you'll see maybe a little electric motor or whatever to be driving to make, like, you know, paper fuse or something. Uh, but basically everything was made out of wood, remember? Okay, well, check this out. Got a machine here that up here, this is for making end plugs yourself. Okay, check that out. Now look at this. Look at this craftsmanship here. See that? Now we come back here, and just like on a knife or something, you can see how it's all sanded. And this is an extra piece of wood added on, this end piece. It's meticulously sanded perfectly. You couldn't get a splinter on this if you put a newborn baby's butt on it. Okay? You get my drift? Okay, unfocused. Okay? Now, here's what you do. You can make 4 1/2 inch size plugs right here. And here's where you hold them. Also made a holding spot. Okay? And this is in case you want a 1/4 inch one. Okay? Now, sort of like the Gallopin Gourmet, we're going to show you one that's made afterwards, but I'm going to show you how it works also. Okay, you can get, okay, this thing right here is more or less a big ticket puncher or a big paper punch or whatever you want. This is for 1 inch. Now you can use any kind of cardboard you want, of course, but depending on the thickness you want, that's what you would use. But just as samples, example, see what I mean? These are all ready to go. All right, now look how perfect this made a 1/4 inch tube. I'm sorry, plug. Now, if you guys remember how the 1/4 inch plugs are for the 1/4 inch tubes on Canon Fuse? They're shaped like the end of a pencil, if you remember, right? This isn't. It's shaped more like a bowl. Takes up less room, and it's really, that just came out perfect, no? And now this right here is a 1/2 inch. It'll fit any 1/2 inch plug perfectly. And these are ones that were made here as examples. Oops. There you go. Perfect. Now we all know that 1/2 inch is like one of the hardest sizes to get. Now you can make other sizes with this as well. I've got other things. 3/8. You know, you can make any size. You just have to, but these are the main sizes. 1/2 inch. And now what you would do is hold on for a second. I have to get one of these out of the bag. I can't do both. Okay, so what you would do is you would take one of these that you would punch out with the puncher. Punch out as many as you want. Okay, and then you would lift this up, okay, and this piece that was made right here, you see it's already got exactly, so it fits there. Look at that. Remember, you could do 5 at a time. You could make 4 1/2 and 1/4 inch on this one. Okay, and now what you would do is slide this under here like that, and let me pause this. Okay, and you'd put one of these rods right there, and just like it was a Swiss watch. And of course, Archimedes said, "Give me a lever and I'll move the world." Well, same thing with this. Look at this. Boop. Lift up. It's hard to do this with one hand, but anyway, lift up. And pull up. Push out. And here you have all ready to go into a 1/2 inch tube. Perfect. It fits right in and you can work it in. You can even put the Elmer's glue on while it was sitting in there, like this. Pretty cool. Now, I'm sure that most of you who were built cars at one time, or bikes, or whatever have you, are really going to appreciate the craftsmanship of this. And you know what I mean. Just like, look at the bushings, and then these. I didn't mean bushings, I meant spacers. But anyway, and then these. And then, look at this. You got a lock washer. You got a bent cotter pin. And you got that. And then all these screws are sunken in exact, every single one. No split wood, all sanded, and then where every little tiny nail is, look, it's all made flat with just a little bit of glue. They're all countersunk perfectly, no wood splits. I'm just saying that the craftsmanship of this. Look, both sides. Here's the other side. I mean, this thing is just beautiful. And look at this. Anyway, I just really like it. It makes me feel like I have a piece of Macau factory, you know. And like I said, well, you can see how this is. I mean, it's just beautiful, and it's just something cool to have, you know. And you can make any sizes with it, like I said. And it's just really, really awesomely cool, I think. Now, I don't know how many of you know this. I know I've told you, a lot of you, and showed you some things. But I was just before I did this vid, I thought I'd take these things out and show you. Hold on a sec. Okay. Alright. I have over 77 different kinds of fuse from my good friend Bob Winokur. We're talking about, okay, this is from the early 1920s. Okay. And this is made with chlorate and red lead. This is that dragon egg fuse. Alright. And this is old, and it's loud, and it's not made no more, and that's the end of that story. And that stuff's badass. Okay? 1 inch puts on a show. Okay. Onward we go. These right here are from the Hits factory, from Mr. T.J. Hits. They look like little onion bulbs at the end, but that's just a little piece of paper they put over it and then tied it on with hemp just so it would hold all the pieces together. So that's the bottom end, if you want to call it. But look how thin this is. It was made by 7 to 9-year-olds who had little hands, and they would moisten their hands in water and put a powder train and twirl this. Look how thin it is. And every piece burns consistent. Look at this. So anytime I want to make something and make a loop fuse or whatever have you, but I've got tons. This is from Hits. Okay. Now look at this. This is from Horse Brand. Paper, already pre-woven. This is what they would use on their products, no matter what it was. Here we go. It's labeled like everything else. Chinese twisted paper type fuse. These take their origin from the leaders of Horse Brand aerial shell from the 1980s and 90s. This may contain a potassium chlorate composition. It can be ignited by a sharp blow of a metal hammer on a concrete surface. Cut it cautiously in a location where an accidental ignition will not be hazardous. This is right from Horse. And then I got more. These are single pieces of a different kind, a different gauge. Alright. So whenever I do projects, I got whatever. Now this stuff, look at this. This fuse contains chlorate. Hey, look at this. This is paper fuse. Japanese. Good luck finding this. Look at this. Look at this. This is that colored Japanese. It's thick, but it's not a visco. And then you got pieces like this. And this is reliable fuse, man. It really is. I mean, this is stuff already made that they would, when things were made, they'd pull fuse out of a larger bag than that and insert them. Then we got, look at this, different gauges of more woven fuse from Horse. And then we got this. Take a good look at that. Here's what it says. Bickford Quarry Cord Thermite Base. You know how hot this burns? And I got a whole roll of this. Then we got ICI British Igniter Cord. It just goes on and on and on and on and on and on. Chinese Visco type, but this is old though. It's like a pinkish maroon red, as you can see. And then I have all types of stuff, but I only want to show you stuff that's really, cool. Meaning I don't want to show you some dragon egg fuse if it's not old or something. That might be mixing. Yellow fast spun fuse. China. There's fuse that you never knew existed. And neither did I. I mean, no one, it's just incredible. It's so cool to have all these different kind of fuses. Especially if you're into making stuff, This right here, see what this is. Firecracker fuse. Super fast. Burn rate is approximately 3 seconds per foot. Diameter 4 millimeters. Quantity 100 feet per roll. This is from Skylighter, it says. He could have used this to write on. I really don't know. But I never saw a fuse like that at Skylighter. But anyway, this is just one of many. Then this stuff is potassium nitrate paper that's treated. That's like the color stuff you'll see on the Peacock rockets or fountains. Well, they'd put black powder in this and use it as a fuse. I got tons of that. And we just have all kinds here. From all countries, all thicknesses. For big, I don't know what the hell this one is here. Large shell time fuse manufactured in the U.S. by Rossi. And sometimes referred to as rubber wick in sign. Vickford also used to manufacture this large diameter shell fuse, but when it became unavailable, Rossi began to manufacture their own. It is unavailable today and is considered rare. It looks like a frickin' dog bone to me. And that's what it feels like, too. Or a horseshoe. Listen. Anyway, guys, there's so much stuff in here. So I just wanted to show you on this vid along with the machine. And just for those of you who don't know or don't do it, you should get one of these. It's worth their weight in gold. And the razor touches plastic, and you cut at a 90-degree angle, and it's excellent. And that way you can cut chlorate things and not worry about igniting them. You know what I mean? All right, I'm going to be loading this up. I hope you guys enjoy this. I know you will. Especially this. And all these fuses are pretty cool, huh? Well, hope you like it. And I hope you've been watching the football. And hope you've all had a good New Year. And I'm going to be signing off. I'll be back on. Hasta la vista. Have a good one. Hope you enjoy the vid.